You won't believe the end of this Roblox real-life story. Everyone thinks Brookhaven is just a fun Roblox town where you hang out with friends, chill in houses, and ride around on bikes. But what most players never realize is that Brookhaven was designed to look normal, because behind all the bright colors and friendly buildings hides the biggest secret Roblox has ever held. And it all begins with the swimming pool, the place everyone visits without knowing what's bubbling underneath. Meet Jay, a curious 11-year-old who loved exploring every secret in Brookhaven. One afternoon, as he played on his tablet, he noticed something strange while swimming in the game. When he dove to the bottom of the pool, he saw a faint glowing square hidden in the deep end. It looked like part of the floor, but brighter. Jay whispered to himself, "That's not normal." And the more he looked at it, the more it felt like the game was trying to hide something. Jay told his friend Mia, a brave 10-year-old who loved mysteries. They loaded into Brookhaven together. "Show me the square," Mia said. Jay dove straight down, and Mia followed. Sure enough, there it was, an actual hatch built under the pool. "Why would Brookhaven put a secret door underwater?" Mia asked. Jay didn't answer. He was staring at the hatch because it wasn't just glowing. It was pulsing, like it was alive. Late that night, Jay and Mia joined a private server to investigate without anyone interrupting. The pool area was totally empty. Jay stepped toward the deep end. Suddenly, the glowing hatch made a clicking noise. "Did you hear that?" Mia whispered. They watched as the metal panel slowly slid open. Inside was a dark ladder leading down. A warm gust of air blew upward, like something deep underground was breathing. "This is a bunker," Jay said slowly. "A real one." They climbed down the ladder, expecting a tiny room. Instead, they found a long white hallway with glowing lights, warning signs, and doors on both sides. A giant message on the wall read, "Brookhaven Emergency Facility, Level 1. Mia stepped back. Why does a simple Roblox town need an emergency facility? Jay walked forward. Maybe because Brookhaven isn't just a Roblox town. That thought made both of them shiver. Inside the first room were computers showing camera feeds of the Brookhaven map. Streets, buildings, and the pool were all watched from below. "Dude, they're spying on everything," Mia said. Jay pointed at another monitor, showing underground tunnels weaving beneath the town. "Look at this! Brookhaven has a whole maze under it." Files on a desk showed maps labeled Pool Access, Air Unit Base, and Waste Sector D. All three matched the places they planned to explore. Jay opened a door with a green stripe. Inside were crates marked with warning symbols, triangles, red circles, and even an eye with a slash. Some crates leaked faint green steam. Mia gagged. What is that smell?" Jay read a label aloud. "Toxic water filter. Handle with care." Toxic water? Why would that be in Brookhaven? Mia asked. The only answer was a deeper mystery. "This is bigger than we thought," Jay said. A loud vibration rumbled through the bunker. The floor shook. "We're not alone," Mia whispered. They followed the sound to a massive steel elevator. It led down even deeper. Jay pressed the button. The doors opened with a hiss. They stepped inside and held their breath. As the elevator lowered, a robotic voice said, "Accessing air unit base." Mia blinked. "Air units? Like airplanes?" Jay grinned nervously. "Only one way to find out." The elevator stopped at a giant underground hangar. The kids' jaws dropped. In front of them were black triangular planes glowing with green lights, just like the pool hatch. They were parked in a perfect row. A sign above them said, "Brookhaven Test Aircraft, Classified." "No way," Mia whispered. Jay walked closer. The engines hummed slowly, like they were sleeping. "These don't look like normal planes. They look like secret government jets." A sudden sound echoed. Footsteps. Jay grabbed Mia, and they hid behind a crate. Two workers walked past wearing black suits and masks. One said, Plane 3 must be ready. The waste plant is reaching dangerous levels. The other replied, if the townspeople knew Brookhaven is a real government test site. Jay felt his heart pound. Mia's eyes widened. A real government town? Jay, this isn't just a game. After the workers left, Jay and Mia explored the hangar. They found a control panel with glowing buttons. One screen displayed live readings. Pool bunker, stable air unit, active waste plant, unstable. Mia gulped. Unstable sounds bad. Jay pressed on the map, and tunnels lit up connecting every secret place. All these places link together, like a giant plan. The kids felt smaller and smaller inside the huge underground system. At the back of the hangar was a metal tunnel leading deeper. A small sign read, Toxic Waste Sector, authorized only. We've gone this far, Mia whispered. They entered. The tunnel smelled sour and metallic. Pipes ran above their heads, some leaking green drips. This is actually creepy, Jay admitted. Soon they reached a door with spinning red lights. Behind it was the very place players talk about but never truly see, the waste plant. Inside the toxic waste plant, giant machines shook the floor. A huge tank filled with swirling neon green liquid sat in the center. Each rotation made the room glow. That's toxic waste? Mia asked. Jay shook his head. It looks alive. They walked around the tank, reading warning labels like, do not touch, high radiation, do not open. Mia stepped away. Why does Brookhaven need this? A screen next to the tank flickered with messages. Energy rising. Containment low. Air units prepare for extraction. Jay's heart sank. The planes in the hangar. They're connected to this. Mia pointed at a tube running from the tank into the ceiling. Where does that go? Jay followed the tube with his eyes. It led straight towards the map area labeled Pool Level. No way, he whispered. The pool water isn't just water. Suddenly, sirens wailed. Lights flashed red. A robotic voice echoed, Containment failure possible. Secure all systems. The green liquid in the tank swirled faster, banging against the metal. Jay grabbed Mia's arm. We have to go! They ran back toward the tunnel, but the walls shook as machines groaned like something in the plant was trying to break free. It didn't feel like a game anymore. It felt real. The kids sprinted through the tunnels until they reached the air hangar again. The black planes now glowed bright green. Engines roared. They're powering up, Mia yelled. Workers shouted orders about evacuations and sealing the waste plant. Jay listened closely. One worker said, if the toxin reaches the surface, the residents will discover everything. Mia whispered, residents. They mean real people. Jay and Mia hid behind a plane wing. Screens around the hangar showed the pool water shaking on the surface, glowing brighter by the second. The toxic energy was rising. We need to get back to the pool, Jay said. They dashed to the elevator and rode it up as fast as possible. When the doors opened, they were back in the bunker hallway under the pool, except now alarms blared everywhere. They rushed to the ladder leading up to the pool, but the water above wasn't still anymore. It churned like a giant whirlpool. Glowing green light shone through it. It's coming from the waste plant, Mia shouted. Jay climbed up quickly. When he reached the pool surface, the water vibrated. The whole pool glowed. Oh man, this is bad. Mia climbed up next, both of them staring into the bright, almost radioactive water. The pool suddenly exploded upward for a moment, just a huge splash, then settled. The glowing stopped. The water went calm again. Jay and Mia stood shaking, their shirts soaked. Did something just break through? Mia whispered. Jay didn't answer. He stared at the deep end, waiting to see if anything moved. After a long silent minute, the pool lights flickered back to normal. Everything looked normal again. Too normal. The next day in real life, Jay searched online. He found an article about a real government town built long ago where experiments were secretly done underground. Pictures looked so much like Brookhaven, it made his stomach twist. Mia, Brookhaven isn't just inspired by a real town. It is the town, she gasped. Then everything we found underground wasn't a game feature. It was based on real government experiments. Jay dug deeper. He found files talking about underground bunkers under real public pools, hidden hangars under small airports, and old toxic plants disguised as abandoned buildings. Everything matched Brookhaven perfectly. The swimming pool bunker, the plane room, the waste sector. It wasn't a coincidence. It was a blueprint. A Roblox version of a real government test site. They logged back into Brookhaven to see if anything changed after last night's chaos. The pool was open again. The water looked crystal clear. No glowing, no rumbling. It looks normal, Mia said. Jay nodded. Too normal. He dove down. The hatch was still there, but now it was locked. A new message flashed on it. Authorized access only. They know someone found it, Jay whispered. They went to the airport next. Everything above ground looked the same. But when they tried to access the hidden airplane room, a new barrier blocked the entrance. A glowing red sign read, "Restricted." Mia gulped. They're covering everything up. Jay checked the walls and floors. No more hums, no more lights. It was like the whole underground base was sealed off from players who had discovered too much. Next, they traveled to the abandoned building where the toxic waste plant was. But the door was boarded up in-game. New metal plates covered the entrance. A sign read, "Closed for maintenance." Jay and Mia exchanged looks. They're hiding the waste plant too, Mia said. Jay pressed on a metal panel. It was warm, that same warm air from the bunker. It was still active, just hidden. As they walked through town, they noticed more strange things. Streetlights flickered. The sky got slightly darker when they passed certain buildings, and every now and then, they heard low rumbling beneath their feet. The underground tunnels are still running, Jay said. Brookhaven didn't shut anything down. They just blocked us from seeing it. Mia shivered. Why keep it running? Unless they still need it. Jay checked the in-game power plant and noticed something huge. A new glowing cable running into the ground. It pulsed slowly. That's new, Mia said. And it looks like the same energy from the waste plant. Jay nodded. They're redirecting power. Maybe to something bigger. Mia swallowed. Something under the town. Jay didn't answer. He didn't want to say what he was thinking. That night, Jay had a dream so real, it felt like a memory. In the dream, he saw the pool glowing again, the hatch sliding open, and something huge moving beneath the water. A voice whispered, "Phase 2 is beginning." Jay woke up sweating. He quickly messaged Mia. She responded instantly. "Jay, I had the same dream." They both knew that wasn't normal. It felt like Brookhaven was trying to warn them. The next morning, a new update dropped in Brookhaven. The patch notes were small, but one line stood out. Back-end systems adjusted. Only players who knew the secrets would understand what that meant. Jay and Mia loaded in. The pool looked normal. The airport looked normal. The town looked perfect. But everything felt quieter. Like the secrets were still there, just hiding deeper than before. Jay returned to the deep end of the pool. He dove down slowly, heart pounding. The hatch didn't glow anymore. But when his hand touched it, he felt a faint vibration. Mia joined him. "It's still on," she whispered. "Still running." Jay nodded. "The underground base isn't gone. It's just locked away from players." Mia added, "Maybe because we got too close to the truth." They checked the airplane room again. No entrance, no clue. But the ground vibrated when they walked across the airport floor. "The planes are still down there," Jay said softly. "Waiting." Mia looked nervous. Why would the planes still be powered up if the waste plant was dangerous? Jay answered, "Because maybe they're preparing for something." The conspiracy. Jay and Mia returned to the waste plant building. Metal plates still covered the door, but behind it they heard a deep thud. Then another. Then a humming sound growing louder. Jay whispered, "It's still active. The toxic tank. It's filling again." Mia's voice shook. "But why? What are they doing?" Jay opened the Brookhaven map. A new icon blinked under the town. A hidden label read, "Phase 2. Process starting." Jay stared at the message, realizing the truth. The pool bunker, the secret planes, the toxic plant. None of it was a coincidence. Brookhaven wasn't just a Roblox map. It was a digital copy of a real government town built to hide underground experiments. And now, Phase 2 was starting. Jay looked at Mia. "This isn't over. Brookhaven is about to change." If you want to know about more Roblox and real life, subscribe for more.